Hey Rogues, it's your friendly neighborhood lead designer Jared Sanchez, wanting to follow up on a teaser that I put out in regards to how we're going to address the Lancer Arbitrator combination in 3.1. Now, we know that it was a problematic combination along with a couple other guns that get in your hands, and to the point where it pretty much is breaking our fun versus frustration scenario ratio, which is the game elements in our game need to be more fun than frustrating, and that's when it's in the hands of the player or it's subjected to the players. So in this case, the way we're going to address it is through her passive, and as you can see here, we've kind of updated the description. It still functions roughly the same way, in that activating dodge roll reloads your currently equipped weapon, but now there's a conditional in which it looks for mag-fed weapons only. And I'm going to take you into the shooting range to show what that means. So here we are. This is Lancer's loadout for 3.1. As you can see, she's got the Arbitrator and the Spitfire in hand. And if you look to the Spitfire's description, you'll find that it is now saying that the Spitfire is a state-of-the-art mag-fed automatic pistol. What that means is that we've kind of updated the descriptions across all of our weapons so that the ones that are mag-fed will have that keyword in their description, and the ones that do not have that keyword will not work with her passive. So let's get into a demonstration, and I'll show you what that'll look like for you guys in 3.1. So here we have the Spitfire. She's going to kill this Saints. So Saints dead. I've got 12 in the mag, so we're going to dodge roll to reload. Works 100%. This is 3.1 out of the bag. All SMGs will be able to work this way. ARs will be able to work this way. The Striker 8x10 will also be able to work this way because it is a drum mag-fed weapon and it's core to her kit, and we wanted to make sure that both weapons still work in her loadout with her passive. But the Arbitrator, on the other hand, as I can see, you only got one shot in it. She's going to dodge roll. Doesn't work. She shoots her gun, dodge rolls, does not work. She's got to manually reload.
Yes, finally. What is going on, everyone? It is a beautiful day out there in the world of Rogue Company. This is Griffin. I'm coming at you with some Scorch gameplay, and as you heard it right there in the intro, Lancer is getting a massive readjustment to her passive ability. It's going to be amazing, 110% amazing. This has been a problem in the game since the game was first anything that ever existed with a Lancer as a character. I'm very, very happy and very, very excited about this massive change that is going to be coming with the 3.1 Eternal Conflict update. This is something that has needed to happen. And it's very interesting where it's still going to affect the weapons that not only Lancer has access to right out of the gate, but also several of the other weapons that you're going to be able to pick up off the ground. It basically puts a bullet in the weapons that are overused or that are overexploited by Lancer's passive ability. Light machine guns, done. All the DMRs are going to be good except for the Devotion, the most powerful DMR, done. Sniper rifles, done. All the shotguns except for the Striker 8x10, done. Like, it's putting a nail in those coffins finally, once and for all. And I love the way that this is actually balanced. I think it makes sense. I think that it still makes her very powerful. It still makes her a very good rogue. But with some of the other tweaks that we know are coming down the pipeline with Lancer specifically, this is going to make her such a more balanced character overall. I really enjoy her playstyle. I really like the idea of Lancer and someone with those abilities and passive abilities in the game, but when you pair it with specific things, it's just absolutely broken and needs to be adjusted significantly so that it doesn't feel like it gets a running start, right? And that's how it's felt, especially in public matches and things like that, where, okay, we're playing against a Lancer almost every single time. Okay, that makes sense. Speed and toughness kind of did something about that, but I mean, is speed and toughness going to be a thing after the update? I'm not sure. So it's a glass cannon situation, but it's not really a glass cannon. It's a glass arbitrator where they just show up and just rain hellfire down upon you, and you have no way to react. You have no response time whatsoever. You have nothing that you can do in those situations other than run tankier characters that can hopefully take the bullet and react fast enough to get her down before she can roll and shoot again. It is what it is. So at the end of the day, I love this change. I love the idea of this change. And with these changes come some of the other changes that we have in here. So Lancer is going to be getting a perk rework as well to go hand in hand with her passive ability getting tweaked. So her new perk loadout is going to be Rare Gadgeteer, Rare Shredder Rounds, Rare Stalker replaced with Rare Bounce Back, Epic Life Drain, Epic Energized, Epic Padded Steps, Legendary Gunsmith replaced with Legendary Stalker, and Legendary Life Drain replaced with Legendary Evade. And that's going to make her a little bit more, in my opinion, it's going to slot her in line with the character that she's supposed to be. Pre this update, she's always been someone that can get in, get out. There's no drawbacks to running this character. You can run this character very successfully, and the only way to counter her is trip mines or some way to reveal and know exactly where she's flanking you from, and then it takes like 2 to 3 people to successfully be able to take her down. I'm not saying every Lancer or every engagement. I'm just speaking in terms in relation to my experience playing the game for as long as I've played it. A lot of brain dead Lancers are just going to hold W and shoot, and then that's going to get them killed. But if you play against a really, really good Lancer, someone that knows exactly what they're doing, that knows how to get in there and cause all this devastation with that legendary life drain that she had prior to the Eternal Conflict update, with the ability that she has, with the ability to roll reload all the weapons, it made her just an absolute nuisance that you would have to realistically kind of slot several people into trying to counter this engagement that you have with her. Now, this is going to make her a little bit more in line with how she should be played, with Legendary Evade, being able to get in and get out very, very quickly while she's getting shot at, with her passive ability only working on mag-fed weapons, and also not having life drain at a legendary. With having Legendary Evade, it's going to pair nicely with that epic life drain, but she's going to be able to get in, do what she needs to do, and be able to get out. And it's going to feel really, really good for those Lancer players that are going to have to go in there and actually learn how to actually use the character. Not hold W, not be able to like run Arbitrator and get in behind them and just two-tap everybody and roll all over the place. You're actually going to have to be a little bit more tactical. You're going to have to be a little bit more bursty, a little bit more spontaneous. You're going to have to know positioning a little bit better. And I think that this is going to help overall. I'm looking forward to playing with Lancer this way, for one, because they're finally doing something about the character. And for the second reason is because this is going to introduce a very interesting play style. Like, her ability is something that you can only proc like every so often, but with having Legendary Evade, like when they first redid the perk rework and she had Legendary Evade, it was absolutely insane, the things that you were able to do with her. But it made her too fast. It almost unshootable at that point. Like, she moved so fast. And it was so jarring as the player, in my opinion, because how do you navigate this character that can run faster than almost like unless you know the maps very, you know what I mean? So this is going to provide very interesting ways to play her. You're going to be able to get into a position. If you're getting shot at, that evade's going to proc, and you're going to be able to reposition yourself very, very quickly. And you're going to be able to possibly, while they're still shooting at the same location you are, do a full flank on them. That's going to be huge in a more aggressive Lancer playstyle whenever you dedicate your time and money into these perks and gadgets and things that she has access to. So I'm actually very, very happy with this. I'm very much looking forward to this change in a massive way. I think that this is going to put her in a better spot overall, in my opinion, and not like a one, just the be all end all rogue that has access to whatever she has access to, that can just melt everybody. It's going to make people have to play with her a little bit more smart. It's going to breed an environment to where it's not going to be as toxic to go with and against Lancer. I think it's possibly going to cut down on the amount of bans that she has whenever you are playing against her in ranked matches, because of that arbitrator being such a powerhouse. A lot of people don't want to deal with it. A lot of people don't want to deal with Lancer the same way they don't want to deal with Juke's drones. Like, you just don't want to deal with that in ranked, so you just ban it outright. But maybe this will open the door for banning other characters to come in. And who knows, with the next couple of updates, we may get a change with how the bans and things in ranked work. So there may be more options to be able to play with Lancer in a ranked environment and it not feel cheesy to go down to them and it not feel like you're wasting your time playing against this person because they're just going to decimate the entire team with one singular weapon. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for this Lancer change? Are you going to play Lancer more? Are you going to try this out? Are you happy with it? I'm very happy with it. I want to know what you guys think, so be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Another contract in the bag.
Oh, is it done? I still have plenty left in the tank.